الحمد لله رب العالمين إله الأولين والآخرين ثم الصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى أهله وصحبه أما بعد. Now, alhamdulillah, we welcome us back to another edition of our free Nahw and Sarf class. Now, inshallah, في هذه الليلة سنتناول هذا. So we want to do تدريبات. Having done Na'at. So inshallah Rahman, we are going to be doing التدريبات على النعت السببي. So exercises on the Na'at السببي, the causal adjective, like the causal adjective, the Na'at that like a cause made it to be describing something else other than what is meant to be describing. Now, so before we jump on all these amthila that we have here, all these sentences. So before now, we've treated and we have highlighted and did tafsir on how or what are the rules guiding an-na'tu as-sababi. Normally the regular na'at, it follows what is describing in all ramifications. Either is masculine, it will be masculine. If it's feminine, it will be feminine. If it's all this i'rab, it will be i'rab. Is indefinite, to be definite, like that. So as for Na'tu Sababi, we highlighted about 4 to 5 rules guiding it. One is that the Na'tu Sababi, or what we call Na'tu Sababi, has to be wasfu, like it has to be among the awsaf sabu one, and has to be in mufrad state, no matter what is describing, or no matter what is coming after it. If it is jamu, if it is dual, if it is anything, it will be in mufrad state. That's number one. The number two is that it will be following. So what we call Na'tu Sababi is that it will be following the ismu just before it. It will be following it in tadkir. It will be following it is ta'rif and tankir. Meaning, if what is coming before it is definite, if it will be definite. What is coming before it is indefinite, to be indefinite, and it will be following it in its i'rab. Meaning, if it is taking dhamma, to be taking dhamma. If it is taking kasra, to be taking kasra. If it is taking nasbu, to be taking nasbu. So that is that. As for, so it will now be following what is now coming after it in the gender. Meaning, if what is coming after it is masculine, then the Na'at will be masculine. If it's what is coming before, after it is feminine, it will be feminine also. I hope we get. Then lastly is that, so in the ism that is now coming after that particular Na'at, it will have a damir going back to the matbu', meaning what this Na'at is following. It will have a damir going back to, see this whom now is going to awlad, this ha is going to Korea, this who is going to bahar, this who is going to bahar. You get? So that is just a overview of what Na'tu Sababi is. Now let's do, so what to do tadribat, and we are going to do the i'rab. So we have hadar al-awladu al-mamduhatu ummahatuhum. Hadar al-awlad, the boys arrived. Al-mamduhatu ummahatuhum, whose mothers are praiseworthy. You can see now, we have like discrepancy here. Awlad, mamduha. Yes, this is masculine and this is feminine, because you know that concerning Na'tu Sababi, so this is our Na'tu Sababi. So for our Na'tu Sababi, we've said that it is what the ism coming after it will determine if it's going to be masculine or feminine. So that is what we determine. For the other things, the ism before it will determine that. So it is in ma'rifa state, meaning it is definite, this will be definite. It's taking rafun, it will take rafun. You get? But as for, is it going to be in masculine form or feminine form? It is the ism after it that will determine that. Now, so we said al-hadar al-awladu al-mamduhatu ummahatuhum. The boys came whose mothers are praiseworthy. Now, so how is this Na'tu Sababi? Because it's not describing this. You cannot say al-hadar al-awladu al-mamduha. It does not work. It's actually describing, this is what is following. So this is matbu', this is the Na'at, it's following this, but actually, as a result, of course, this is what is describing. So this can be transformed, if you can remember, this can be transformed to say hadar al-awladu tumdahu. You know, ummahatuhum. Why did I say tumdahu? Because this is ismul maf'ul. This is ismul maf'ul. So meaning like praise. They are being like they are praiseworthy. They are being praised. You get. So you cannot say so. That means who praised them is not mentioned. So it has to be majhul say. So that's why I said tumdahu mudiha. Tumdahu, yumdahu, but it's because it's feminine. So tumdahu. So what do we have? So now let's do the i'rab. Hadar al awlad, fil and fa'il, fil madi mabni ala al fathi. That's all. Then al awladu fa'il marfu'un bi dammatin zahiratin. Nam. So again here I forgot one last thing. So when we are talking about now to sababi also, among what I mentioned, like wasfu, it will be wasfu, it will be mufrad. It will be following what is before it in all ramifications, except that the masculinity or femininity will be determined by this coming after it. Now, I forgot to mention that. So the ismu coming after it will always be in marfu, like marfu diamond, because what it is always in. It is either the ismu coming after it is either a fa'il or not able fa'il. So that is why it is in rafun state. So now let's do the. So I said fil and fa'il al mamduha. So this is an-na'tu sababi tabi. So it is following this thing because this normally this is the man'ut. This is the na'at. So it said tabi'u marfu'in. It is following what is in marfu state. Marfu'un. You get. So that is that. So ummahatuhum. So now what is now ummahatuhum? So this will clarify it for us. It is what naibul fa'il. Naibul fa'il. How is it naibul fa'il? Because this is what it means actually. Tumdahu ummahatuhum, whose mother are being like they are praised. They are praised, but they are being praised. So this is naibul fa'il marfun bidummatin zahira wa huwa aidan what mudaf. Hum ضمير متصل مبني على السكون في محل جر الإضافة. So as for the apologies, inshallah rahman, the written in Rob will be sent to the comment section. So this is and the Telegram page also. So this is naibul fa'il. This is naibul fa'il. So the first this in here is what? Naibul fa'ilin. Anyone goes. So naibu fa'ilin. This one here is what? Naibu fa'il. It is rafun because naibul fa'il is in rafun state. Now that's number one. So number two, this is an ayah actually. So he said Rabbana. So it starts from I cut it short just to see the main point that we are looking at. I said akhrijna min hadhihi al-qaryati adh-dhalimi ahluha. Oh our Lord, akhrijna, take us out min hadhihi al-qaryati, from this village or from this settlement, adh-dhalimi ahluha, whose occupants or whose inhabitants are doing injustice to themselves or are doing injustice. So now you can see there is discrepancy again. Al-Qarya, Al-Zalim. That means this is not what it's describing. This is what it's describing. So again, you can write this as what? Al-Zalim ahluha will be what? Yazlimu ahluha. You get? Rabbana, so it will be what? Rabbana akhrijna min hadhihi al-qaryati yazlimu ahluha, whose occupant like inhabitants are doing injustice to themselves or are doing injustice maybe to other people. You get? Or are oppressing, doing injustice generally. So again, now let's do the i'rab. Akhrijna. So this akhraja, yukhrij, akhrij. So this is fi'l al-amr. This fi'l al-amr then is maf'ul bihi min alf jar. Hazi was as the ismu ishara. Then qarya, this is again, I think we have not done it, but we'll do it later. This is actually badal, like it is following it. Min hadhihi al-qarya, this village or this settlement. So al-zalimi, again, this is our main focus. Al-zalimi is what? An-na'tu sababi. I told you, not sababi, not sababi, not sababi, not sababi. So al-zalimi tabi'un what? Majrurun. I I told you that this is what it is following. It will follow it in everything, except that the masculinity and femininity will be determined by what is coming after it. So this is in definite state, or definite form. It is definite form. It's taking kasra, it's taking kasra. You get? So it's in rob, tankir, and ta'rif. Like those things in rob, meaning rafu, nasbu, or the next one. It will be determined by this, and then if it is going to be either definite or indefinite, will be determined by this. But as for is it going to be masculine or feminine, to be determined by the ismun coming after it. So tabi'un majrurin majrurun. It is following what is in jaru state. It will be in jaru state. Then so that is that. Then for ahlu again. So what is now the i'rab for ahlu? Because you do confuse people. What's the i'rab of ahlu? So this is what. So if you now transform it, is what to now clarify to you. Is actually fa'il. Because you know, yadlimu ahluha. This is zalama yadlimu. So this is fi'l. This is the fa'il. Fa'il. So ahlu fa'ilun marfu'un bidammatin zahira wa huwa aidan mudaf. Then ha damir muttasil mabniyun ala sukun fi mahalli what? Fi mahalli jarri al-idafa. It is in jaru state as a result of idafa. You get? So that is the i'rab for that. Then lastly, sabahtu fil bahri at-tahuri ma'uhu al-hilli maitatuhu. I swam in the sea at-tahuri ma'uhu, whose water is pure, al-hilli maitatuhu, and its dead animals are halal. You get? Now, so let's do the i'rab. Sabahtu, feel and fine. You know, sabaha, yasbahu. Sabaha, to swim. So sabahtu, I swam. So feel, sabah, feel madi mabniyun ala sukun litisalihi bita'in mutaharrika. Then ta mutaharrika damirun muttasilun mabniyun ala dhammi fi mahalli raf'il fa'il. I'm done. Fil bahari, actually, jarra majrur. This is alfu jar. This is ismul majrur. I'm done. Now at-tahur. Now to sababi. So again, I told you in red, underline the red. Now to sababi. So at-tahuri. Why is it taking kasra? Because it's following. This is what is following actually. So at-tahuri tabi'un majrurun. Naam. So I'm done. Tabi'un majrurin. It is following what is in jaru state. It will also be in jaru state. Nam ma'uhu. Again, we have to transform it. So what is it actually? It is what? Yat huru ma'uhu. Yat uhru ma'uhu. Okay. Al-hilli maitatuhu. So that's the first thing. Al-hilli maitatuhu. So I can write so see this now. So I'll clarify this. So actually, you know what did I say? Sabahtu fil bahri, I swam in the sea. At-tahuri ma'uhu, that its water is pure. You see, it's not describing the bar, like it is the water of the bar that is describing. You get? Al-hilli maitatuhu, and the dead animals of the sea are also of the sea are also halal. Actually, we did iktibas here. You know what is iktibas? It's balago. Like we extracted something either from the hadith or Quran, then use it in your own word. That's iktibas. So what do we have here? Yatuhuru ma'uhu. So I've done the i'rab of this tabi'un majrurun. So what is now the i'rab of ma'u? It is what? You know, here we did clarify. If you transform it, it will now clarify for you. So this is what? Fa'ilun marfu'un bidammatin zahiratin wa huwa aidan mudaf. Then who? Mudaf ilayh. I'm done. So al-hilli maitatuhu. Why did we write al-hilli maitatuhu or hadith? Yahillu or tahillu maitatuhu. So because maita is this munjani, like it's not like mushtaq, it's not derived. So if it's like that, and again, it is muannas, but it is muannas majazi, meaning like metaphorical feminine noun. It's not like a real noun, like Zainab. That's like sorry. feminine. So it is metaphorical. So if it is metaphorical, like it's not real feminine. So you can either, when you are qualifying it, you can either use a masculine verb to qualify. I can say yahillu maitatu, it is correct, or tahillu maitatu, just as a result of having time or button, let's just qualify it or take it as muannas. So again, so al-hilli, this is not the same as this. Tabi'un, this is what is following. What we have is actually fil bahri tahuri ma'uhu wal al-bahri al-hilli maitatuhu. You get the dead animals of that sea is halal also. So tabi'un, this is what is following. Tabi'un majrurun. You get, then maita also. Maitatu, what's now the rub of maitatu? If you transform it, it will now show you what it is. So it's actually what? Fa'ilun marfuun. So you know it's fa'il. Fa'ilun marfuun bidammatin zahiratin wa huwa aidan mudaf. Then who? Damirun muttasilun mabniyun ala dammi fi mahalli jarri al-idafa. Fi mahalli jarri bil idafa. So that is that. So you can see now. So this is, so after doing this, inshallah rahman, if you encounter there are many other like Nahw Sababi, either in textbooks or any other thing, if you encounter it, so you can understand why it is like describing this if you transform it and all like that. Inshallah, we hope this is as clarified Nahw Sababi and all other things related to it. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless our efforts. So endeavor to like, comment, and most importantly, share the videos so others can benefit. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.